Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with jazz drummer Stockton Helbing. This Dallas-based modern-day jazz drummer is always innovating and learning. He spent years on the road with the great Doc Severinson and is releasing albums on his own right. His latest CD is 2017's Swimming in Place, and it again illustrates this young jazz cat's growth. Neon Jazz caught up with Stockton and talked to this young father about music, priorities, and the future, along with Doc's 90th celebrations he'll be playing at, along with much more. So please dig this interview, my friends.
Stockton, thanks for taking a minute out to talk about the new album.
My pleasure.
And I was excited to see this. Every time I get to interview one of you modern new cats and I see a new album come out, I'm excited. It's good. It's evolution. It's just the way things should work. So it's good to talk to you about it. So let me start off here. It's been a few years since we talked. So give me an idea of what has been going on. You still playing with Doc? You out and about? You busy? What's been going on?
Yes, I am still playing with Doc Severinson. He turns 90 years old this year. Actually, in about a month, he turns 90 years old. So we're doing a bunch of 90th birthday celebrations all across the country. So that definitely keeps me busy, and I'm still playing a lot with my own groups, with my quintet and with my sextet, both in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where I live, throughout the United States as well. And then I teach at University of North Texas a little bit too. So it's a pretty full plate.
Absolutely it is, yeah. So talk to me about this new album. I really dug it. I really like the song about naps because it is no jive. And you're a parent. I know that feeling because if you get the chance to get a nap, that's some straight up seriousness right there. You know?
Oh man, naps are what make the world go round. I'm convinced about it. But
oh my God.
That tune, I think, is a good example of what I was trying to do with the whole record, which was, first of all, hopefully write music that is interesting to people, but it was writing music that was inspired by the things of my everyday life. And being a parent and being a husband, the number one things to me are my family. And my kids are a riot. My son, John, is 3 years old, and my daughter, Liliana, is 1 year old. And so they are at that age where everything every day is brand new to them, and they have really amazing reactions to things that they encounter in life, and it inspires me. And so I wanted to try to capture those type of concepts in a musical format, and also, though, just to try to combine my personal life as far as the things that interest me with the things that interest me musically and in jazz music. And some of those things which I think are very evident are both the tradition of jazz music and then the modernity of it, and trying to pull the interest of different styles and different odd meters into a modern jazz context.
What is it like to get out and play this music live? I mean, it's already an exciting thing to have a new album, but when you get to play it live, what kind of extra adrenaline rush is that?
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's really exciting when you can tell people that you're playing music that's brand new and that you're playing music that you have on an album that they can take home with them. And it's funny, in this day and age where most people are going digital with music, I have still found that when people come hear live music, they like to take home a physical copy of the music they hear that night. And it's really fun for us to be able to play that music live, and for me to be able to tell them before we play the tune a little bit about the stories as I detail in the liner notes, so that they can have a connection with the music we're playing. And I mean, a big thing that I've learned from being around people like Doc Severinson and Maynard Ferguson is that if people aren't enjoying your music and having a good time, they're not going to want to buy it, and they're not going to want to come back and see you play live. So it's really important to me that people who come out to hear us play have a great time and can relax and can check the worries of the day to the side for at least an hour or so and just hang out with us and have some fun.
So what is the future? More kids, more albums? What's going on with you?
More kids for sure. No more, or excuse me, more albums, not more kids.
There you go.
We're really happy to have we have a little boy and a little girl. We feel like we got one of each kind now, so we're good to go. We have a matching set. And my wife and I are very thankful for our little ones, but I think we're going to call it quits with two. But yes, we're actually, me and the guys already have probably half a record's worth of new tunes that we're actively playing at live shows, and I have a couple other things. As any songwriter can say, you always have about 1,000 tunes you're working on and hoping one of them ends up being halfway decent. So I try to write every single day, even if it's just for a few minutes, and I definitely have some stuff that we're working on. So we're going to enjoy this new album probably for the rest of this calendar year, and maybe around Christmas go into the studio to start working on our next.
Perfect. Stockton, thanks for taking a minute out to talk about the album. Good luck with it, and I'm looking forward to the next conversation, which means a new album.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you so much for letting me be on your show and getting a chance to talk about my new record. Thank you.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to yet another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest players in Dallas, Kansas City, and spots all over the globe, giving fans all that jazz. And thanks to Stockton for his music and all of that cool. If you want to hear more interviews, go to Famous Interviews with Joe Domino on the iTunes Store. Visit neonjazz at youtube.com. And for everything Neon Jazz, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the music, my friends.
Neon Jazz.